Huh? What? You turned into a bird.
Excuse me. Too much Easter candy.
Oh.
Welcome to Stupid Movies, where we guys watch them so you guys don't have to.
Yeah! And today, we're checking out a brand new indie slasher called Slashlorette Party, which just came out, and I got it from the Indiegogo campaign, all signed and pretty and all that. And this was from 2020.
Starring Drew Marvick.
Yeah, it's 2020, not rated. I think it's about, 81 minutes long or something.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's directed by Paul Ragsdale and Angelica De Alba. And this starred
Drew Marvick.
Yeah! Molly Sousa, Andrew Brown, Brooke Morris, Daniel James Moody, Vanessa Mata, Louis Maya, and Ginger Lynn Allen. So our friend is getting married, and they want to go out to a cabin in the woods to have a combined party. Crazy people show up and start killing people.
I don't want to talk about this movie. What did we like about it? I like Drew Marvick.
Drew Marvick is awesome. I always love seeing that guy in pretty much everything he does. If you don't know, he's the director of Pool Party Massacre, which you should absolutely watch. Okay, I gotta say, on the Blu-ray, the title sequence is freaking awesome. It's just great. The music and everything. It's just, I loved it.
It was shot really well.
Shot very well.
It was shot very, very well. It was good to look at.
Yeah, camera work I thought was really well. The cinematography was done really well. They knew what they were doing in that regard, which is awesome.
The score worked really well, too. I know you kind of brought that up, that it sets an 80s feel, but it worked really, really well for this movie. I will say the acting was very, very good. Here's where we separate the acting from the character. I hated all of these characters, except maybe Drew Marvick. His character was okay. I kind of felt for him.
Yeah.
But pretty much across the board, I hated all of the rest of the characters. However, the acting was very well done. The actors did a very good job of making these characters unlikable. So it wasn't that I disliked them because they were acted poorly. They were acted very, very well. I just hated them all.
At its core, it's basically a slasher in the woods movie. At its core. Which I love that. It's hard to screw something like that up.
No.
Huh?
No.
At its core, it is.
There's two slashers in the woods. It's not a slasher in the wood.
Damn it. Slasher movie in the woods. Let's put it that way. And to go with that, I thought the setting was great. Out in the woods at this, more than a cabin, I guess. It was, I don't know what it was. But it was really cool. And in the middle of nowhere, and there's trees everywhere. And I just love that. It created a good atmosphere. And, it's hard to mess that up.
I didn't like it.
What?
It's overdone.
Well, fair.
It's used all the time because it's dirt cheap to go out into the middle of the woods and shoot. It didn't feel like at any point they really made use of the fact that they were in the woods. It felt like the logical connection of the different shots didn't make sense with the layout of the woods, because it's like all of a sudden they're in a completely different area than they would have been had they just walked 5 feet forward. Continuity, just fucking pay attention to your fucking continuity.
I like the lighting in this movie.
Yeah, the lighting was really nice.
No, I did. I like when they do the dream sequence stuff. I thought it reminded me like a Nightmare on Elm Street type thing.
There was no neon, there was no pinky purple blueies.
But it was
really well lit. The sound was good too.
Sound was good. All the technical aspects were really good. I thought the editing, for the most part, was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
The kills, while being pretty standard, I thought they were done pretty well.
When they happened, yeah.
Yeah, all practical effects, which is always a good thing.
I like the idea of a movie where a psychiatrist or a psychologist or a shrink, someone of that stature, pushes people to kill. Someone who knows how to manipulate minds, because that's their profession, abusing their power to get other people to do what they want. I think that's really cool. We didn't like the people in this movie. What else don't we like?
There you go.
Okay, this is an opinion because we disagree. I didn't like the plot. The motivation behind the killers, okay, I could buy it, and that part I was okay with. But for the most part, I didn't like the plot at all. It didn't do it for me. Maybe it's because I didn't connect with any of the characters, so I didn't care what was happening to them.
I wasn't a big fan of the twist kind of stuff.
Right.
Like, maybe not that, but more of the mental health side of the story. I wasn't a big fan of that part.
Yeah.
That was kind of... I mean, I get it. It kind of, spruces up the story a little bit, aside from just being the straight up slasher. But I think I would have preferred a little bit more just the straight up slasher in the woods.
Yeah.
Without a lot of that extra side stuff. Because I'm not, I didn't mind it, but I could have done without it.
This, to me, when I heard the name and I heard you talking about it and I saw the buzz on the internet, I was like, this is going to be a super gory slasher in the woods flick. This is going to be fucking great. Yeah, right. Woo! The first kill doesn't happen until after an hour into the movie. This was so slow to start. The beginning is way too long. If they were characters I liked, maybe I'd feel different. But I hated them all, so it just felt like torture having to spend time with these people I didn't like. It's like going to a family reunion.
Yeah, because they are trying to build that character development to get you into these characters, and then they start killing them off, So it does kind of lose some of that impact because it does take a while.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, so it is played as a slasher movie, so automatically I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be really gory. And there was some decent gore and stuff.
What was there was great.
But not as much as I anticipated. So that was a little bit of a bummer to me.
A bit of a bummer. I was expecting, blood fountains. And I fucking hated the ending. Let's wrap this shit up.
I enjoyed this movie. It's not quite as fun as I thought it was going to be, but I still had a lot of fun with it. It's shot really well. They know what they're doing. You can tell they're horror fans. They do a great job. I'm excited to check out their other movies and what they do next. Pretty decent overall in the slasher genre. I'm not a big fan of the mental health part, but I get it. I enjoy the atmosphere. The kills are good. I love seeing Drew Marvick. That fun factor was pretty fun for me, and I love that score. So, I would definitely say check it out if you love indie horror, if you love slashers, because there's a lot to like. I like it. I think Paul and Angelica do a good job. So I'm going to give this 6.5 out of 8.
Everything he said, except for the fun factor. I agree with you on absolutely everything you said. It was very well done. The acting was really good. The score was great. Technically speaking, everything was good. I love Drew Marvick. It was well written. Everything was great. I just didn't have fun. And that is such an individual thing. Everything was technically good. I just didn't have fun. I am going to give it a 4 out of 8 only because of how good everything was, except for me having fun. This was really well done, and I do recommend you go watch it, and you'll probably enjoy it more and tell me I'm an idiot. That's fine. It didn't do it for me, but everything they did was good.
So have you seen Slashlorette Party? Let us know if you have. We have obviously seen
We have.
it. Yeah, support indie horror. These guys are great people. So please support them. Go watch it. If you like what we're doing, let us know in the comments below. Tell us what you thought. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends or I'm going to make Paul Raxdell make a movie about somebody killing you. Follow us over on Facebook.com/StupidMovies. Instagram @StupidMovies. The Horror Punk @Dr. Sketch Turner. And you can email us pictures of your Slashlorette party @StupidMovies@Outlook.com.
Wait, before we go, write your own joke about Drew Marvick here.
Tennis Drew Marvick's pool party penis.
Yeah. You can do better than that. If you are Drew Marvick, I'm certain you can come up with a better joke than that.
Pool penis massacre.
Pool penis massacre?
Penis
party massacre.
Penis party massacre. Ah!
Dick Weasel sounds like a Beelzebub movie.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Oh, lordy. Don't give him any ideas.
Beelzebub!